hours. Demon hours. Demon hours. Demon hours. Demon hours.
Coming in at number 3 on the MLB Top 10 hitters list from last season, I got Bobby Witt Jr.
Whoa, hold on, what? How do you have Bobby Witt Jr. over Freddie Freeman?
Because Bobby Witt Jr. just led the majors in hits and batting average.
Well, I bet Freddie Freeman can't get his team in the playoffs and perform better in the postseason.
But he just did. But let's keep debating on this on the Diamond Debate Show every Monday on Blaze Radio from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Ever wondered what the difference between a virus and bacteria is? Or how cancers are classified?
Started with 16, now we're down to 8. It's the quarterfinals of the inaugural college basketball crown, live from the MGM Grand Arena. It's the Butler Bulldogs taking on the Boise State Broncos. Glad to be with you here on Blaze Radio. I'm Adam Beadle, joined alongside Aiden O'Neill. And Aiden, these two teams, obviously Butler making it to the Big East quarterfinals, and then there's Boise State, who made it to the Mountain West Conference Championship. The Broncos 25-10 record have the advantage over Butler, who's 16-19. But when you're a team like Butler coming from the Big East, you're ready to face some tough competition.
Butler's playing great basketball, and they've faced teams like UConn and St. John's all season long. They're coming off that narrow victory in Game 1 of the Crown, a 2-point win, 86-84 over Utah. Pierre Brooks II, he had that game-winning layup. They'll be looking to build off all of that momentum here tonight.
Absolutely, and let's talk about each of these teams. Butler coming off that big come-from-behind win, and Pierre Brooks getting it done there in the end for the Bulldogs.
He's been pretty spectacular, one of the focal points of this offense as we've entered the latter stages of the season. And like we said, all the momentum with Boise State, rightfully so, a Mountain West team that lost to Colorado State in the tournament. But I expect a good one here today.
And Boise State, the Broncos are looking to get a big win here today, and they're going to need Tyson Degenhardt to do all he can. This dude's a straight baller, all Mountain West Conference first team, mentioning it, 19 points, 8 for 12 shooting, 3 of 3 from beyond the arc in their game on Monday, and he's going to need another performance like that to win tonight.
You're going to see 18 a game out of him, the ability to score on all 3 levels and attack at the rim with his size at the guard position.
Looking at the starting lineup for each team here tonight as we get going. For Butler, it's Evan Haywood, Finley Bizjack, Pierre Brooks II, Patrick McCaffrey, and Bowden Kapke. And for Boise State, Omar Stanley, Tyson Degenhardt, Pearson Carmichael, Alvaro Cardenas, and Andrew Meadow on the floor. As how about this? It's Butler getting started fast. Patrick McCaffrey with a 3-point goal to get us started. Boise State with the ball on the right side of the court, now top of the key. Moving over now, working it inside, Tyson Degenhardt, who's going one-on-one against Pierre Brooks. Degenhardt puts up a shot underneath the rim and gets it to fall.
This guy's spectacular. He can score on all 3 levels like I talked about. That one's an 8-footer.
Finley Bizjack on the right side is trying to move around the perimeter. It's closely guarded by Alvaro Cardenas. Here's another 3-pointer from Butler, no good. Rebounded by the Broncos. Here come Boise State down the other end of the floor. Alvaro Cardenas with the ball, averages 11.7 points per game. 3-pointer on the way, that one's good. Tyson Degenhardt, his first 3-pointer of the game. Degenhardt's got all 5 points for the Broncos to start. Butler with the ball now, Evan Haywood, who tried to pass it inside. It got knocked away, tipped, and rolls out of bounds on the other side of the court. 11 seconds on the shot clock. So Butler going to have to do things fast offensively here.
And the ability for Degenhardt to pop out for that 3, so difficult to guard. Both the defenders collapsed on the screen, and they left him wide open beyond the arc.
Here's Bizjack with this ball from 3. Another splash for the Butler Bulldogs. And 2 of 3 already from beyond the arc to start. They got a 6-5 lead. Boise State has it top of the key. Alvaro Cardenas tries to throw a lob, and Omar Stanley gets fouled. He will go to the line to shoot 2.
It was Bowden Kapke there defending, got caught underneath the rim A potential lob attempt got cut underneath, and he'll now head to the line for 2.
Broncos this season led by head coach Leon Rice in his 14th year as head coach. Also mentioned Boise State, stellar free throw shooting team this season, 77.7% from the line. That's the 38th best in the country as the first free throw from Omar Stanley falls.
Omar Stanley's led the teams in blocks this season. Phenomenal defensive presence. If that offense comes along for the ride, he's a very dangerous player.
Gets the second free throw to fall. And Butler will come back offensively. Finley Bizjack, the 6'4" sophomore, the ball at the top of the key. He'll dish it off to Pierre Brooks, the second. We had a stellar game against Utah in Butler's first game on Monday. 3 on the way from Evan Haywood. That one no good off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Emmanuel Ugbo. Boise State trying to work it inside. Tyson Deegan-Hart, and gets it stolen away by Evan Haywood. Haywood, no one to stop him, and goes coast to coast for a layup. Butler with an 8-7 lead with 17:42 left to go in this first half. Boise State, a 3 on there, and that one's good. Tyson Deegan-Hart now with 8 points here to start for the Broncos. He's got 8 of their first 10.
Adam, that's simply just poor defense from the Broncos. You got to get a hand up.
Wide open pass, layup no good to Patrick McCaffrey. Good defense there inside from Boise State. As here's the drive by Alvaro Cadenas. He'll dish it out to Andrew Meadow, who puts a shot up and good. Nice job by Meadow to run straight to the rim and put that one through.
Both of these teams getting up and down right now. Very fast-paced game. It's first to get a stop.
Finley Bizjack now with the ball, top of the key, pass it to Bowden Kapke. Bizjack lays it in. Nice job by Kopke to find the open man, and Bizjack with a lay-in.
Five-out look right now for Boise State, looking to get separation.
Here's a drive by Alvaro Cadenas. He steps back, takes a mid-range jumper. And it's Bizjack who will bring it down the other end of the floor. Finds an open Pierre Brooks. Thought about taking a shot from 3. He won't. Now moving it around the perimeter. It's Patrick McCaffrey with the ball now. Dips it off the Bizjack. 15 seconds on the shot clock. 3-pointer away from Evan Haywood. That one off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Boise State. Alvaro Cadenas will bring it down the other way. Cardenas trying to work it inside. Pull-up shot is good. Boise State now a 14-10 lead. Finley Bizjack has it top of the key. Moving it around the perimeter. Patrick McCaffrey trying to work it inside. Puts a shot up, no good. Rebounded by Boise State. Tyson Deegan-Hart brings it to the other end of the floor. Omar Stanley thought about taking a shot from 3. He'll drive inside. That one no good. Rebounded by Bizjack. Here comes Butler in a hurry down on the offensive end. Bizjack driving inside. Now out to Brooks for 3. That one no good. And a putback dunk from Bowden Kapke. At the right place at the right time.
The activity on the offensive glass from Kapke flying in from the rafters.
2-point game, 3-pointer on the way from the Broncos. That one is good. It's Pearson Carmichael who gets his first points of this one. Pearson Carmichael, nicknamed Peanut from his mom because he had a small head when he was a child. Funny note there. Most of his teammates call him, as Butler trying to get it going once again on the offensive end. Evan Haywood throws it out of bounds, and that'll take us to our first time out here with 14:45 left to go in the first half. The Boise State Broncos lead 17-12. More here in Las Vegas coming your way after this.
Double order! Want to stay wrapped up in the madness of March all year round? Tune into Onions on Blaze Radio from 7 to 8 p.m., hosted by Luke Lundler and Christian Jarmark, where we break down everything in college basketball, from the biggest players, the biggest games, and the biggest moments, to the small schools making the Cinderella runs that you won't want to miss. Tune in Monday, 7 to 8 on Blaze Radio.
Yo, Yo, flex on them.
Hey everyone, we're Liv and Maddie.
And this is our specialty show, Out of Tune, on Blaze Radio.
Tune in on Mondays at 3 p.m. to hear us talk about our favorite music.
We talk about our favorite bands, songs, and new releases.
And we even go to cover festivals and concerts.
Yes, tune in Mondays at 3 p.m. and follow our Instagram, outoftune.blazeradio.
Or you're not cool. Bye!
Hey everyone, it's Alex Swift from Park the Bus.
And as we say now in my country, they brought the bus and they left the bus in front of the goal.
If you want to stay updated with the world of soccer or hear 3 Arsenal fans tell you why we're better than Spurs,
but Tottenham is the history of the Tottenham.
Come check out Park the Bus with me, Alex Swift, Alexander McDonald, and Bob Blue, Tuesdays 9 to 10 a.m. at blazeradioonline.com.
Do you like Philadelphia sports?
Do you think Tanner McKee is the best third-string quarterback in the NFL?
Does Nate Gary bring up bad memories?
Is the Philly Fanatic the best mascot in sports?
Then you should tune in to Philly Out West on Blaze Radio, the show about all things Philly sports based in Phoenix.
Jack Hartsonis and Charlie Limoncelli cover all the details of Philadelphia sports every Thursday night at 8 p.m. MST.
That's Phillies, Eagles, Sixers, and all the latest Philly news and culture.
We're bringing Philly to the desert.
I am Jack Kemmler.
I'm Will Anderson.
And I'm Jason Teeter. Welcome to Roll the Tape, where we take a deep dive into the 2025 NFL Draft.
We will provide you with player breakdowns, mock drafts, prospect rankings, team needs, and much more.
We'll answer some of the draft's biggest questions. Who is the top quarterback? Is Ashton Jeanty a top 5 pick? And can Travis Hunter really play both ways? We're live every Sunday from 8:30 to 9, right here on Blaze Radio. See you in Green Bay.
Do you care about West Coast sports? If so, tune into specific sports at blazeradioonline.com on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. West Coast natives Noah Chavez and Jordan Pullett discuss everything to do West Coast sports in the spring semester. So you're thinking March Madness, NBA playoffs, NFL draft, the start of the WNBA season, the beginning of the MLB season, and more. All on blazeradioonline.com on Wednesdays at 11 a.m.
Welcome you back to MGM Grand Garden Arena here in Las Vegas. The Boise State Broncos with a 17-12 lead over the Butler Bulldogs with 14:45 left to go in this first half. And Aiden, quick shooting start for Boise State, 6 of 8 from the floor to start.
They're getting up and down, but simply it's been the lack of defense from Butler, not getting a hand up, especially on shooters. In particular, Tyson Degenhart, he's had a phenomenal game thus far. He can score inside, he can bounce it outside. They're going to need to make some adjustments if they want to stay attached against a very difficult Broncos team.
Butler is making some adjustments as Colby King checks into the game. He did not play against Utah on Monday, but getting a chance here as Boise State will start with possession. Broncos have it top of the key. Alvaro Cardenas gets it poked away, and Butler comes up with it. Here comes Colby King down the floor for Butler. Finley Bizjack pulling up from 3. That one's good, rings in, and Butler cuts it to a 2-point game.
Bizjack's the guy. Inaugural game of this tournament. He had a very good contest, picking up right where he left off.
Top of the key for Boise State. Emmanuel Ugbo checks into the game. Sets a screen. Javon Buchanan, who one of the top players for Boise State this season, Mountain West Conference 6th Man of the Year. Pull-up jumper on the way from Julian Bowie. That one is good.
Keeping the defender on his hip there, working in the mid-range, vintage.
Landon Moore with the ball, top of the key, closely guarded by Julian Bowie. Now pass it to Pierre Brooks. Inside, Andre Screen, who's getting his first bit of action here tonight. Pass out to Finley Bizjack, top of the key, and that one is good. Another three-pointer for Bizjack.
He is feeling it, and there's been no adjustments on the Broncos side now. Bizjack trailing into the play late on the fast break. He knocks it down.
Bizjack 3 of 3 from beyond, 4 of 4 from the field. He's got 11 as Boise State gets another easy basket. It's Alvaro Cardenas who drives in and scores.
We are getting up and down right now, Adam. Scoring before we can even blink.
Colby King making a drive himself, dishes it off to Andre Screen. Good defense there from Julian Bowie to poke it away. Now here's the Broncos in transition, going up to the rim. Javon Buchanan gets one to fall, and that's the athleticness we know we're going to see from Buchanan all night.
He can jump out of the gym, can finish with both hands. That time on the left side of the glass, went with the offhand and laid it home.
Finley Bizjack wide open, top of the key, another three-pointer. Man, might as well go to the casino after this one because he is having some insane luck getting these shots to fall right now.
Finley Bizjack hitting the jackpot each time a three goes through that net.
Julian Bowie, offensive foul. He'll pick up his first as Butler will get the possession back. Even though Broncos are kind of compartmentalizing defensively, Butler still trailing in this one.
No doubt, and Butler, though, you can tell that they've played in these close games all season long like you hit on in the Big East. They're built for the full two halves of basketball.
Absolutely. Bizjack tips it off inside Andre's screen, and an easy bucket there for Screen. That vertical, pretty impressive.
Screen came off the screen and got a mismatch inside.
Broncos have it, top of the key. Emmanuel Ugbo. Pass it to Javon Buchanan. Buchanan working one-on-one against Landon Moore. Buchanan now top of the key to Ugbo. Ugbo for three. That one didn't even hit the rim. Degenhardt tries to throw it back in bounds, but can't get it in. We are even at 23 with 11:31 left to go here in the first half. From Vegas, MGM Grand Arena, you're listening to Blaze Sports. We'll be back with more after this.
You all about the legendary lore of the world behind Dungeons & Dragons every single week. Remember, adventurer, Traveler's Guide to Faerun, every Wednesday night at 8, only on Blaze Radio. Adventure awaits.
Forks Up Sun Devils, join me, Chris Town, as I scour the entirety of ASU to find the heroes who do it all. The unsung who brave the challenges to make our university at the top. Let's bring the spotlight to those who do the most and see how they do it all. Join me for the Unsung Heroes of ASU, live every Thursday at 3 p.m. only on Blaze Radio.
Welcome to your favorite show where everything is untitled, unscripted, and unhinged.
Us Podsmiths and Yes Podsmiths are what professional podcasters are called. Let's just say we're your favorite Podsmiths.
On our show, we discuss a variety of different topics and segments, from the latest news to your favorite tunes.
And it's not just us. Every week we bring in a special guest to shake things up.
So join me, CJ Stevenson,
and me, Kate Nakamura, every Monday at 4:30 p.m. on Blaze Radio.
Come on, Midland. Come on, Elledge. Close this game out. It's tied 4-4. We can bring this to extra innings. You're the most reliable reliever in baseball right now in the AA. Come on.
The pitch. Swung on, ground ball up the middle.
You gotta be kidding me. You had one job. Oh, this is why I listen to Up on Deck every Sunday from 6 to 7 p.m. on Blaze Radio. So tune in to become hopeful for your MLB team.
ASU are your conference champions.
Welcome to What You're Talking About, the official show of the Arizona State ACHA D1 Women's Hockey Team.
Score! It's knocked through. Sam Murphy breaks the ice.
From big moments and big games.
Score! There's the hat trick for Sydney Polston.
To breaking news and interviews.
Use one word to describe your feelings right now.
Ecstatic, honestly.
It's all covered here at 8:30 every Friday morning by team reporter Chase Beardsley and play-by-play announcer Trey Matthews as the WWCHL champions look to defend their title. So make sure to tune in to hear what we're talking about.
Do you ever look at someone and wonder,
why do you root for that sorry excuse for a sports team?
Join Parker Perrell and a weekly guest as they discuss why people root for certain sports teams. Because we all have that one friend who likes to be difficult and picks a team to root for like the Dodgers. I mean, come on, it's the Dodgers. Anyways, make sure to tune in every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Arizona time on BlazeRadioOnline.com to find out
why them.
Welcome you back to MGM Garden Arena here in Las Vegas, where the Butler Bulldogs and the Boise State Broncos are even at 23 with 11:31 left to go in the first half. And the story through just about the first 10 minutes, Finley Bizjack, an incredible start. 5 of 5 from the field, 4 of 4 from beyond the arc, 14 points of the Bulldogs 23 here to start.
He has been terrific, and on Butler's side, Thad Matta continues to run plays for him. Down screens coming off of it and freed up around that perimeter, and he's taking advantage. But another storyline is both teams really can't miss right now. On Boise State side, they're 75% from the field. Butler's 56%. I hit on it a few moments ago. Which team can get consecutive stops first? That will be the question.
These two teams actually met last year in Orlando, Florida. Butler won 70-56. So Boise State looking to avenge themselves here as we return to action. Butler with possession. It's Landon Moore who's got the ball and was looking for an open Finley Bizjack, but instead throws it out of bounds, and a costly turnover there by Butler.
A miscommunication. Looked like he wanted him to come off the screen to the top of the key, threw it there, and nobody was home.
Boise State coming down the court offensively quickly. Degenhardt's got the ball, dips it off to Bowie. Now back to Degenhardt, who's trying to work inside and gets it swatted by Andre Screen, but grabs the rebound. And an incredible job by Boise State. A three-pointer from Bowie is good. A really good job at being persistent, grabbing those boards and dishing it back out there by Boise State.
Great activity on the offensive glass.
Butler trying to move things around the perimeter. Landon Moore's got it on the left wing. Now in the corner to Patrick McCaffrey. Back out top of the key. Landon Moore's got it on the left corner. There's Colby King. Will take a spot-up shot from 3 as the shot clock expired. Doesn't get it to fall. Boise State grabs the rebound. Comes down the court offensively. Javon Buchanan making a drive inside. Dishes it back out to the right side. And it's Andre Meadow who will drive inside for a bucket.
Using that offense, strength through the rim, rack attack on Landon Moore. That was impressive.
Colby King's got it on the left side, closely guarded by Julian Bowie. Now inside to Screen. Screen, a mismatch inside. Just back to Cole. And it's stolen away by Javon Buchanan. Here's a lob for Boise State. It's R.J. Keene the second who catches it in his redshirt freshman season. Boise State now on a 7-0 run here as Butler is trying to find a basket. Colby King in the corner, dribbles inside, mid-range jumper, no good off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Andre Meadow. Here comes Meadow, 1-on-3 the other end. Meadow almost had an impressive finish under the rim, and instead the ball will bounce out of bounds as looks like R.J. Keene hobbled into the Butler bench and takes a seat. Seems to be a little stuck there getting out of his chair.
A little spill over that front row of Butler players. Appears to be all right, but that attack there from Boise State, 1-on-3, that's not going to result in a lot of success. Andrew Meadow went down the lane there, hectic layup. They've got to stay conservative.
Butler has not scored in the last 2:35. As Pierre Brooks tries to look to break it here, driving inside. Now wrapped up with Javon Buchanan, and Buchanan is able to poke it away. And he will bring it down the court for the Broncos. Wide open 3 in the corner for Meadow. That one no good. Rebounded by Boise State. A 3 on the way from Bowie. That one is good. Correction, Alvaro Cardenas with the three-pointer on that last shot. Forces a Butler timeout. Boise State on a 10-0 run over the last 2 minutes, and they are lights out at the moment.
It starts on the offensive glass, Adam. Constant activity. They're showing more effort simply right now than Butler. It has resulted in a lot of success. Their first double-digit lead of the night starting to pull away.
Boise State, 3 offensive rebounds to Butler's 1. And that's been the story of the game here so far. 8:54 left to go in the first half. Boise State 33-23 lead over Butler. We'll be back with more here on Blaze Sports coming up after this. Welcome you back to MGM Garden Arena here as the Boise State Broncos a 33-23 lead over Butler. 8:54 left to go in this first half. Boise State on a 10-0 run over the last 2 minutes. Butler looking to break that here. Pierre Brooks has it in the left corner now to Colby King, and a nice dribble move by Colby King. Faked out the defender. Passes it away. Colby King has it once again on the right side. Off the foot of a Boise State player, they're going to call a kickball violation. 20 seconds on the shot clock as Finley Bizjack checks back into the game for Colby King.
For Butler, they really got to get Pierre Brooks going. That big night against Utah with 22 points, the game-winning layup. He has 0 points thus far.
Bizjack to inbound for Butler, and a foul going to be called on Andre Meadow.
A lot of activity right now on that Broncos side. Active hands, and that time it resulted in a foul.
You got to lead like this at this point in the game. If you're Leon Rice, what are you telling your team in the huddle right now?
You just got to stay aggressive, and especially on the defensive side, they've found the majority of their success there tonight.
Finley Bizjack has the ball, 5 seconds left on the shot clock. He's going to try to drive inside, dishes it off to Bowden Kopke, and Kopke is able to get a shot to fall. Here comes Boise State fast the other end. Alvaro Cardenas gets the bucket and one.
I believe they called that on the floor.
Okay.
And in the NBA, that's a continuation and one, but unfortunately here in college, they ruled that one on the floor.
Javon Buchanan trying to work it in the paint. Now 3 on the way for Boise State. Tyson Degenhart, and that one is no good. Bowden Kapke with the rebound. Finley Bizjack has it, driving inside. Now dishes it out to the corner for 3. Evan Haywood, no good. Rebounded by Buchanan. Boise State brings it down the other way. Buchanan driving inside on Pierre Brooks and is fouled on the way up. 33-25, Butler breaks a scoring drought with 7:41 left to go in this first half. More action coming your way here on Blaze Sports.
Welcome to 4 on 4, where we have 4 experts on the 4 major sports. Join Sammy New, Dylan Wickman, Justin DeHaas, and Sean Brennan on Blaze Radio as they break down an exciting semester of sports that includes the playoff push for NBA and AHL, the start of baseball season, all of March Madness, and so much more. At the end of the day, we're just 4 roommates that love to talk about sports. So join the conversation. Listen live on BlazeRadioOnline.com every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Arizona time. Or, if you missed us, check us out on Spotify, where you can hear all of our shows.
Hi, I'm Landon.
And I'm Bella.
And welcome to Albumsplain.
Every week we'll be dissecting and discussing one of our favorite albums.
From No Doubt to Claro, tune in to hear us chat about our favorite thing, music. Tune in on Thursdays.
We welcome you back to MGM Grand Garden Arena here in Las Vegas. The Boise State Broncos, a 33-25 lead over the Butler Bulldogs. 7:41 left to go in this first half, and Boise State shooting the ball really well. Shot over 50% from the field in the second half and scored 57 points to win their game on Monday. And right now shooting 61.9%. They're well on their way towards victory at the moment.
No doubt. They're an offensive firehouse. And tonight, 62% from 3, 5 for 8 from long distance. That's how you're going to win a basketball game, especially against a Butler team that is normally more active defensively. Tonight they've struggled to get a hand up, but I will expect a guy like Thad Mata and the rest of this team to make adjustments as we move forward.
Talked about one of Butler's shooters earlier, Finley Bizjack, but also you mentioned him, Pierre Brooks the second. Still 0 points here tonight with 7:41 left in the first. How has Butler need to incorporate him and get him the ball, let him shoot out after the stellar performance on Monday?
Get him some more off-ball screens, free up space. He's not your traditional shot creator that could beat you one-on-one. He found a lot of his success inside in last game. I always love when a guy is struggling, get to the free throw line, settle into the basketball game. They're only down 8. They're in striking distance. A long way to go here in Las Vegas.
Talking about the Butler Bulldogs head coach, Thad Mata returned to his alma mater in April of 2022 to lead Butler. For the second time, began his coaching career in the 2000 season with Butler as they won a regular season championship, but now coaching his team, was the Indiana Associate Athletic Director in 2021, then came back to his alma mater, but done a great job here the last 2 years. A rough year for Butler last year. They've rebuilt things this year, lost in the quarterfinals in the Big East tournament, but finding themselves here in the quarterfinals of the Crown and trying to mount a comeback here.
They also ran into a buzzsaw with Rick Pitino's St. John's, one of the best stories in college basketball this year. Thad Mata is building a program at his alma mater now, almost for the fun of it. He doesn't need to continue coaching. He's proved that he's a college basketball legend, but it's great to see that Butler's on the right track once again.
Meanwhile, Leon Rice building a lot of continuity with this Boise State team. They're preparing to go to the Pac-12 in a couple of years. His 14th year as head coach, and his team has a 8-point lead at the moment as Javon Buchanan knocks down his first free throw.
Leon Rice is taking a lot of books out of NBA coaches. They play a modern style offense, shoot a lot of three-pointers, not a ton of mid-ranges, and it's resulted in a lot of success.
Second free throw from Buchanan is good. A 10-point lead for Boise State, matches their largest lead in this one. Finley Bizjack's got the ball in the left corner. Pierre Brooks, who is moving around the court, now at the top of the key, closely guarded. He'll pull up from 3. That one is good, and there is what we were talking about earlier. How can Butler get Pierre Brooks going? Knocks down his first shot of the game right there.
And that just injects a lot of confidence into his veins. He's going to be free firing the rest of this one.
Boise State moving it around the perimeter. Wide open shot from 3 on the way, no good. Missed there by Pearson Carmichael. Here comes Finley Bizjack, the other end of the floor. Pierre Brooks has got it at the top of the key. He's going to take his time, now driving inside. Dishes it back out. 3-pointer on the way from Bowden Kapke, who gets a 3-pointer to fall.
Quick 6-0 run for Butler, and that's how you climb back into a basketball game. You knock down the triple.
Boise State searching for an answer here after this 6-0 run by Butler. 3-pointer on the way. That one's good. Alvaro Cardenas gets another one to fall. He's got 10 points here.
Cardenas' jumper right now is so pure. That one fell again.
Patrick McCaffrey moving around the perimeter, hands it off to Finley Bizjack, who's at the top of the key. Now he's moving over to the left side in the corner. It's Evan Haywood, now top of the key. Pierre Brooks, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Patrick McCaffrey has it, trying to work his way inside. Dishes out in the corner, 3 from Finley Bizjack. That one rings out, rebounded by Boise State. Good defensive possession there by Boise State. 3-pointer on the way from Omar Stanley. That one no good, rebounded by Pierre Brooks. As we approach under 6 minutes here in the first half, Boise State 38-31 lead. Pierre Brooks puts up a 3, that one no good. Boise State brings it the other way. Alvaro Cardenas moving it around the perimeter. Now here's Andre Meadow driving inside, puts a shot up, and he's fouled on the way up by Bowden Kapke. And Meadow will go to the line and shoot 2.
And Meadows slimmer in stature, not the biggest guy. I've been so impressed, though, tonight with his ability to create space inside the paint with that off arm. Very polished around the rim.
Meadow, the 6'7" sophomore, averaging 12.5 points a game this year, 4.3 rebounds. The team leading scorer, or team second leading scorer, excuse me, at 15 points on Monday night against George Washington. He nails down the first free throw. Second free throw on the way is good. So now a 40-31 lead for Boise State over Butler. Bizjack brings it up court for the Bulldogs. On the left wing, Bizjack closely guarded by Tyson Deeganet. Patrick McCaffrey has it, dips it off to Andre Screen, who's checked back in for the Bulldogs. Pierre Brooks, the ball top of the key, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Brooks trying to make a move. And a defensive foul going to be called on Boise State. Alvaro Cardenas picks up his first foul as Pierre Brooks will take a seat. Landon Moore checks back into the game. 20 seconds on the shot clock for Butler. Moore has it on the right wing, down to the left wing. Finley Bizjack back to Moore in the corner. Colby King was looking for Andre Screen inside.
I don't know about that.
And a foul going to be called. I believe it was a push from behind by Andrew Meadow.
And it was on Andre's Screen. From our angle, it looked like Screen sold the contact by moving his body forward, but the issue that Boise State's bench had with it, a very late call well after the play.
So another shot clock reset for Butler, burning a whole lot of time off the clock on this possession. Finley Bizjack's got it on the right wing. Now in the corner, Patrick McCaffrey from three. That one is good. And after a lengthy possession, Butler walks away with 3 points.
Patrick McCaffrey, the son of former Iowa head coach Fran McCaffrey. He's got a strap on him just like the rest of his family. Big time bucket.
Fran McCaffrey now over at Penn. Just took the job there. Pearson Carmichael has it for Boise State, trying to drive on McCaffrey. Now dips it back outside. Tyson Deacon hard from three. That one no good. Rebounded by Colby King. And King, fast transition for Butler, and it's Landon Moore who almost had it stolen away by Omar Stanley. Blew the whistle. Looks like they're going to call Landon Moore for the foul. Not sure what happened there. He got wrapped up with Omar Stanley.
It was a tangle up right underneath the rim.
Alvaro Cardenas has it on the right side, now top of the key. Boise State, a lot of communication from this team right now, and that's what's winning you games. Here's a pull-up jumper from Javon Buchanan, that's good. But talking about that, when you got a team that communicates like that a lot, that's how you build that continuity and why you got so many good teams, and that's why Leon Rice has had the success he has. Three-pointer on the way from Colby King, that one no good. Rebounded by Boise State. Here come the Broncos offensively. Javon Buchanan making a run to the rim. Now dips it out to the corner. Alvaro Cardenas moving it around the perimeter now. And here's a run by Pearson Carmichael, who can't get a shot to fall, and Boise State almost grabbed another offensive board, but it is tipped out of bounds by Tyson Deegan-Hart. A 42-34 lead for the Boise State Broncos over the Butler Bulldogs with 3:20 left to go. And the first half, though, we'll have the final action of the first coming up next on Blaze Sports.
Tune in to Friday Night Lights Camera Action to see the good, the bad, and the ugly of Hollywood's most iconic
There's no crying in baseball!
and most infamous sports movies.
Ain't no rules in the dog can't play basketball.
So what are you waiting for?
Yo, Adrian!
Peace out.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
Find out if your favorite sports movie is a hit or a flop.
Remember when Bobby Boucher showed up at halftime and the Mud Dogs won the Bourbon Bowl?
Listen live on Fridays at 8 p.m. Arizona time on BlazeRadioOnline.com.
Now go out there and take it.
This is what I wanted. It's what I've been waiting for these cars to come off of this corner. And guys, it's showtime. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Ooh, let's go racing today, boys.
Are you a racing fan or want to learn more about the sport? Join Cooper Burns and Eric List every Tuesday from 1 to 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Blaze Radio as they discuss everything from NASCAR to dirt racing and more on Fuel for Thought.
I'm Casey McNulty.
And I'm Brooklyn Cohen.
And welcome to the Hot Seat, where each week we answer your burning sports questions. Want to hear us settle sports debates and talk about our biggest takes in the sports world? Well, we've got you covered.
As two former athletes and current sports journalists, we offer the perspective of what it's like to be on the field or court
or pool.
So tune in every week at 10 a.m. on blazeradioonline.com.
See you in the hot seat.
Do you ever wonder what the backstory is behind some of your favorite songs? Where do artists get their inspiration from? Hi, my name is Nicole Lahendro. And I'm Brooklyn Cohen, and welcome to Inspired. On Inspired, we will be sharing some of the fun facts behind the famous songs you know and love. Tune into Inspired on Blaze Radio every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Arizona time as we break down the inspiration behind the iconic tracks. Get inspired!
Grab your mates and join us for the finest sports show on Blaze Radio, The Irish Hello.
With the wisdom of the Irish duo, you'll have the knowledge of old pals at the pub, sharing each and every moment.
Join Aidan O'Neill and Shay Maloney every Wednesday night from 8:30 to 9:30 for breakdowns of sports news across the world as a pot of gold awaits.
Tyler Bednar, wake up. What time is it? It's bedtime. Okay, then why are you waking me up? No, it's time for It's Bedtime. It's a specialty show on Blaze Radio. That sounds cool. When does it air and what do you talk about? The show takes place every Wednesday from 11 to 11:30 p.m. I recap the past week of sports with special guests. That sounds...
Welcome you back to Las Vegas here, MGM Grand Garden Arena for the first game of the inaugural college basketball crown quarterfinal. Boise State a 42-34 lead over Butler with 3:20 left to go in the first half. And Aiden, just your thoughts throughout this game as we get ready to close out this first half.
Well, Boise State last time out had 5 players in double figures, and tonight it has been that collective approach once again, offense in all facets.
Butler trying to get going quickly here in the last 3:10 and counting. Andre Screen has the ball in the lower part of the court. Now out of bounds once again. Another turnover for Butler. They've done it a couple times where they just haven't been aware of where their guys are on the court and throwing the ball out of bounds.
It's also a lack of comfortability for these bigs inside the paint. Andre Screen there saw a double team come. He rushed the throw and it just went out of bounds for a turnover.
Andre Screen, a transfer from Bucknell this season. And Boise State trying to work it inside. Now back to the perimeter. Javon Buchanan's going to make a run for it. And a nice arcing shot there from Buchanan. Gets it to fall.
Been wildly impressive inside from 5 feet all the way to right under the basket with both hands. An athletic freak.
Bizjak has the top of the key. Now off to Andre Screen, who hands it off to Landon Moore as he moves around the perimeter. Landon Moore on the left side. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Off to Bizjak, top of the key, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Now in the corner, Evan Haywood making a run to the rim and gets a shot to fall. Nice creativity by Butler there to get some points on the board.
Want to get a guy like Evan Haywood going, only 4 points thus far.
Alvaro Cardenas making a run to the rim, now passes it inside to Tyson Degenhart. Degenhart retreating to the corner, pass to Javon Buchanan as he lays it up and in.
That's Buchanan again. Backdoor cut, wide open underneath the rim, finishing it with the right hand.
46-36 with 1:39 and counting left to go in this first half. Landon Moore making a drive to the rim, dishes it back out to Pierre Brooks, but Brooks misses the pass. Now Bizjak has it. After recovering 9 seconds on the shot clock, Evan Haywood driving inside for the slam. No one there to stop him. And that will force Boise State to call their first timeout of the half with 1:22 left to go. You can see Butler picking up a little bit of momentum here.
And it starts on the defensive side, stops, and then getting out and running. Both of these teams have found most of their success on offense in the fast break, but you see an irate Leon Rice to the officials and also just trying to fire his guys up. A miscommunication on defense. You can't have 2 consecutive possessions, a wide open guy underneath the rim for a dunk.
Butler's had some costly turnovers here. How important is it for Boise State to take advantage of that?
They've done it all night long, and it's been the active hands. I hit on it just a few moments ago, but forcing steals, and sometimes it's aggression to a fault where you pick up fouls that you shouldn't. But overall, Boise State's done a great job on the defensive side. Only 38 points allowed. They're in a prime position with how well they score the basketball to go all the way and win this game.
Plenty of action coming your way here on Blaze Sports throughout the weekend. We'll have our second quarterfinal game here later. I'll be back on the call alongside Aiden Blank as Nebraska Cornhuskers take on Georgetown and Ed Cooley. But still got this one to finish. 1:22 left in the first half as both teams return to the court. Boise State 46-38 lead as Alvaro Cadenas brings it down the floor for the Broncos. Moving quickly, Tyson Degenhardt wide open inside, and nice easy bucket there under the rim.
Degenhardt's been quiet over this entire second period. Need to get him going again. He's now in double figures.
Pierre Brooks trying to work it inside. Wide open three to left corner from Patrick McCaffrey that hits off the side of the backboard. Grabbed his own rebound, went to go lay it in, couldn't get it to fall. Now has it once again, under a minute left to go in this first half. Finley Bizjack working it one-on-one. Now tries to pass it inside to Andre Screen. It's stolen away. Here comes Javon Buchanan offensively for Boise State, and he's going to throw it out of bounds trying to find Tyson Degenhardt. The Broncos moving a little bit too fast there trying to get back on offense.
They need to get up and down to find their success, but that time just a little too quick. An errant pass out of bounds.
Bizjack with the ball, top of the key, gets a screen from Andre Screen. Now passes it to Evan Haywood at the top of the key. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Patrick McCaffrey in the left corner. He's going to make a drive. Dishes it off to Andre Screen, who gets it stolen away. Boise State can take the last shot here with 12 seconds left to go. Alvaro Cadenas has it. Top of the key, closely guarded by Evan Haywood. Now moving around, and he is going to be fouled by Haywood.
I believe they had one to give.
Yep.
That was
Not a lot of fouls in this one. Only combined 10 so far. And you love to see that for games like this. They just let them play it out.
Love it. Both teams physical, banging inside, and love that we've been able to see that physicality come through.
Boise State taking the last shot. Alvaro Cadenas takes a shot, and it doesn't even hit the rim. Air ball there. 1.1 left to go on the game clock as Patrick McCaffrey will check back into the game for the Bulldogs.
And I would expect here some sort of action for Bizjack to get a final heave up with how hot he's been.
1.1, so you could do a catch and shoot here, and McCaffrey's going to inbound it to Haywood, and he doesn't even get the shot off in time and hits the back of the backboard. That brings us to halftime. The Boise State Broncos, 48-38 lead over the Butler Bulldogs. Aiden, your thoughts from this first half?
Boise State has been dominant on the offensive side. They showed that against George Washington when they won by 30 points, and they've carried that over into today. A very prepared team under Leon Rice, 58% from the field. They've been great from long distance, and also the key factor that separates good teams from great teams is at the charity stripe. Boise State is 6 for 6 from the line. And you look on Butler's side, they haven't shot a free throw. That's been one of the major differences here tonight.
Boise State, Tyson Degenhardt, Alvaro Cadenas, and Javon Buchanan have a combined 30 of the team's 48 points. We'll break down the first half and stats coming up in a little bit. But for now, a quick break. We'll be right back here on Blaze Sports.
From news to predictions, we have you covered. So make sure to tune in.
Ladies
and gentlemen,
we are proud to bring you the first season of the Scouting Session.
You've all heard about the superstars in sports.
You know the legends like Ruth, Gretzky, and Earnhardt, but this show takes you down that ladder.
The Scouting Session highlights the young, up-and-coming athletes from across the nation and beyond.
From motorsports to hockey and everything in between, we'll shine the spotlight on the stars of tomorrow.
Tune in Wednesdays at 2:30 p.m. Arizona time on Blaze Radio.
Or find our full podcast on YouTube at West Coast Sports News.
See you there.
If you like National League Baseball, then tune into the Senior Circuit, Sundays, 7 to 8 p.m. Arizona time on Blaze Radio.
Shohei Ohtani's just not going to be that good of a pitcher.
Ryan Nelson has all-star potential.
My hot take for the National League is that the Pirates will finish at the top of the National League Central and claim a spot in this year's playoffs.
You like hoops? I know I do. And with the NBA season starting, there's no better place for basketball content than To The Baja Podcast. Join the host Isai Romero, Ronan Haycoop, and Ryan Myers through the world of basketball. From college hoops, the NBA, and the WNBA, we got you covered and more, with in-depth analysis and entertaining basketball content with new segments and topics every single week. Listen live, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Blaze Radio or blazeradioonline.com, and find us on Spotify and X at To The Baja Pod.
Adventurer, quickly, I don't have much time. I have a quest for you. You must travel to blazeradioonline.com to listen to the stories on Traveler's Guide to Faerun. Find the dutiful guide, Anion Fack McDaniels, who can tell you all about the legendary lore of the world behind Dungeons & Dragons every single week. Remember, Adventurer, Traveler's Guide to Faerun, every Wednesday night at 8, only on Blaze Radio. Adventure awaits.
Forks Up Sun Devils, join me, Chris Town, as I scour the entirety of ASU to find the heroes who do it all. The unsung who brave the challenges to make our university at the top. Let's bring the spotlight to those who do the most and see how they do it all. Join me for the Unsung Heroes of ASU, live every Thursday at 3 p.m. only on Blaze Radio.
Welcome to your favorite show where everything is untitled, unscripted, and unhinged.
Us Podsmiths and Yes Podsmiths are what professional podcasters are called. Let's just say we're your favorite Podsmiths.
On our show, we discuss a variety of different topics and segments, from the latest news to your favorite tunes.
And it's not just us. Every week we bring in a special guest to shake things up.
So join me, CJ Stevenson,
and me, Kate Nakamura, every Monday at 4:30 p.m. on Blaze Radio.
Come on, Midland. Come on, Elledge. Close this game out. It's tied 4-4. We can bring this to extra innings. You're the most reliable reliever in baseball right now in the AA. Come on.
The pitch. Swung on, ground ball up the middle.
You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. You had one job. Oh, this is why I listen to Up on Deck every Sunday from 6 to 7 p.m. on Blaze Radio. So tune in to become hopeful for your MLB team.
ASU are your conference champions.
Welcome to What You're Talking About, the official show of the Arizona State ACHA D1 Women's Hockey Team.
Score! It's knocked through. Sam Murphy breaks the ice.
From big moments and big games.
Score! There's the hat trick for Sydney Poston.
To breaking news and interviews.
Use one word to describe your feelings right now.
Ecstatic, honestly.
It's all covered here at 8:30 every Friday morning by team reporter Chase Beardsley and play-by-play announcer Trey Matthews as the WWCHL champions look to defend their title. So make sure to tune in to hear what we're talking about.
Do you ever look at someone and wonder,
why do you root for that sorry excuse for a sports team?
Join Parker Perrell and a weekly guest as they discuss why people root for certain sports teams. Because we all have that one friend who likes to be difficult and picks a team to root for like the Dodgers. I mean, come on, it's the Dodgers. Anyways, make sure to tune in every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Arizona time on blazeradioonline.com to find out
why them.
You Throw Like a Girl,
a show by girls for everyone.
Hosted by Madison Holder
and Ella Walter Sanchez. We aim to shed light on women in sports and media, highlighting every aspect of the sports world from the female perspective and beyond.
Tune in for a variety of episodes featuring guests, Q&As, and just basic sports coverage.
Tune in Thursdays at 10 a.m. on blazeradioonline.com every week to hear our show.
Follow us on Instagram at youthrowlikeagirl.pod to find us on more platforms.
here for our second half of action here on Blaze Sports YouTube. Aiden O'Neill alongside my partner Adam Beadle, our producer Aiden Blank. Boise State leads 48-38 over Butler at halftime. Adam and I are going to break it all down before the second half begins. And Adam, Boise State, you hit on it before we went to break. 3 guys in double figures already. They're scoring on all 3 levels, but they've really dominated from beyond the arc.
No, absolutely. You're shooting 46%, only taking 13 shots. You made 6 of them. I mean, everything's going right for you there. And I think for Boise State, it was really that intensity that they showed early offensively. They had that 10-0 lead. Their largest run was 10-0. That was about the midway point through the first half, and that was really key throughout the rest of the half, and them just sticking ahead throughout. Butler trying to make a run there within the last 3 minutes, but Boise State, some good defense, also taking advantage of Butler giving up some turnovers, and that's the reason why they're in the lead right now.
And for Butler, there were moments of brilliance. It felt like before that halftime break, they started to crawl back into this game. Biz Jack has been the star, 14 points on 4 of 5 from beyond the arc. What can Butler do to right the ship and get right back into this one?
Well, I think it's one of the common themes we've been talking about throughout most of this game is they got to feed Pierre Brooks the ball a bit more. He had 22 points against Utah the other night and obviously had that game winner to push them ahead of the Utes, but he's only got 3 points here tonight, 1 of 3 from the field. I think if Butler's going to get back into this one, they got to find a way to work him the ball, and if that's not going there, it's okay. How many more open looks can we get Bizjack? Because he was perfect to start. 5 of 5 from the field, 4 of 4 from beyond. And ever since he had that hot start, he's kind of cooled down. You can see that Boise State has matched up on him defensively, not allowing him to take open looks. And Butler's going to have to come up with some creative ways to spread the floor a bit more and get Bizjack the ball.
Bizjack, the definition of a streaky shooter. He started off hot. He'll look to keep that going in the second half. Until then, so much still to unpack. It's 48-38. Boise State live from the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Aiden O'Neill, Adam Beadle will be back for the second half right after this.
Welcome to 4 on 4, where we have 4 experts on the 4 major sports. Join Sammy New, Dylan Wickman, Justin DeHaas, and Sean Brennan on Blaze Radio as they break down an exciting semester of sports that includes the playoff push for NBA and AHL, the start of baseball season, all of March Madness, and so much more. At the end of the day, we're just 4 roommates that love to talk about sports. So join the conversation. Listen live on blazeradioonline.com every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Arizona time. Or, if you missed us, check us out on Spotify, where you can hear all of our shows.
Hi, I'm Landon.
And I'm Bella.
And welcome to Albumsplain.
Every week we'll be dissecting and discussing one of our favorite albums.
From No Doubt to Claro, tune in to hear us chat about our favorite thing, music. Tune in on Thursdays at 11 a.m. on Blaze Radio Online.
Or listen on your favorite podcast streaming service.
See you soon.
See ya!
Sitting in traffic, bored of listening to the same artist on repeat? Tune in to Alternative Route instead, the music show on Blaze Radio that talks about a Latin artist or band every week that is making music in the indie and or alternative rock genres. Join DJ Mavette for the second season of Alternative Route as she breaks down these artists' innovations and analyzes their songs in order to understand their craft better. Take the Alternative Route every Tuesday from 3 to 3:30 p.m. live on Blaze Radio and blazeradioonline.com.
Hello, friends. Is golf your groove? Then boy, do we have a show for you. Join Peter Bishop, Ian Lonergan, and Owen Castle every Sunday from 1 to 2 p.m. on BlazeRadioOnline.com for your latest golf news.
It's time for the Beatdown on Blaze Radio from 2 to 2:30 p.m. on Wednesday afternoons. Seth Golefsky and Willem Marietta take a deep dive into the ever-changing landscape of the UFC. We are talking tactics, breaking down the biggest fights, and giving you the scoop on what's next in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Whether you are a die-hard fan or new to the fight game, we've got something for you, only on the Beatdown on Blaze Radio.
Are you wondering what's going on in pop music today? Tune in to Blaze Radio every Friday from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for our specialty show, Behind the Beat. Listen to me, AJ Shinko, and my co-star Catherine Wong dissect the meaning behind your favorite songs and albums. We cover all genres, a plethora of artists, and we showcase the lore of songs we talk about on our show, Behind the Beat.
Is upon us here from the MGM Grand Garden Arena. First game in the quarterfinal of the inaugural season of the Crown Invitational. Aiden O'Neill alongside Adam Beadle bringing you home. We'll have one more game today, Nebraska versus Georgetown. That'll be Aiden and Adam on the call. I know the collection of our three names may be confusing at times.
Triple A broadcast, baby. Don't you love it?
We'll be with you for the rest of this tournament, quarterfinals, semis, and then the championship. Both the semifinals and championship will be held at the T-Mobile Arena where the Golden Knights play. A lot of fun incoming. We're just about ready to get underway. 20 minutes on the clock for Boise State. It'll be Stanley, Degenhart, Carmichael, Cardenas, and Meadow. And for Butler, Haywood, Bizjack, Brooks, McCaffrey, and Kapke. Boise State leads by 10. They dominated shooting the basketball, especially from that charity stripe, and that's kind of been the story of them all season long. Similar to other Mountain West teams, the ability to put the ball in the hoop. There's a little delay right now from the officials, just getting everything sorted out. Degenhart set to inbound on the far right side of the court.
We were talking about this off broadcast, but I feel like we should bring it up on air. How beautiful this court looks here.
Yes.
With the crown in the center and the spades and the suits, the card suits around the baseline, the edge. But then you look out in the crowd and there's all these teal seats, and it's just like, where did this come from?
It's the marketing of the MGM Grand. The building is teal. You walk in here, the seats are teal. But yes, if they were black, oh, this court would look so, so cool. We're ready to go. Cardenas catches the inbound, and he'll take it across the timeline. Degenhart out to Meadow. Meadow dump off Cardenas. He'll take the ball screen. Right wing dump off inside. Degenhart opens up the second half with a layup.
And this is the kind of offense we saw from Boise State to begin the game. Get out, get buckets fast, and scoring within the first 30 seconds. They surely did that.
Degenhart had a quick start to this game with 5 straight points to open, and he starts this second half with a bucket. McCaffrey, 10 on the shot clock, top of the key. That one's pure.
That's another player they're going to have. Butler's going to need to get going. Evan Haywood only had 6 points in the first half. Doesn't do much. Actually got his first start of the year against Utah. And he is proving why he's should be getting some minutes here this week.
Other way is Stanley to Carmichael, back to Stanley. Ball fake with the left hand up and no good. Rebound Bizjack, he'll get out and run. Cross half court, twirling through the lane. Left hand blocked by Stanley from the top rope. It'll stay with Butler. And Bizjack shaken up a little bit on the baseline, but what a job there getting back on defense after getting beat by Bizjack.
No doubt Stanley in the right place at the right time. It looks like Bizjack might have got smacked in the ear there a little bit as he took that block, but great job by Omar Stanley to elevate and get his hand on that ball.
A little confusion here from the ref, similar to the start of this second half. It'll be a side out of bounds, Evan Haywood. Haywood searching for a teammate. Inbound to Bizjack. Top of the key. Back to that spin move, now left wing. Back to Haywood, attacking the lane. Right hand is good. Evan Haywood getting going early. That's 5 second half points. Butler's gonna need a mount a comeback. Boise State entering this half up 10. They score in bunches. Butler's gonna need stops. It's Cardenas, 13 on the shot clock. Left hand down the lane and in. Alvaro Cardenas has 12. And Boise State's lead back up to 9 with 18 minutes to go. Inside, it's Butler, quickly the other way and in. Bowden Kapke.
Yeah, Kapke working inside against Meadow. He's got a bit of a size advantage, not too much, but you can see that vertical.
Cardenas, rack attack with the right.
Cardenas sneakily 6 of 8 here from the floor in this one. He's looked impressive to start this second half.
Bizjack the other way, draws contact down the lane. And he forced it by leaping into Cardenas, a crafty move offensively. 17:42 to go. Bizjack to the free throw line to shoot 2. Boise State still leads 54-45 here at the Crown. First free throw for Bizjack, up and pure. For Bizjack, that was the power of a shooter at the Division I level. You get going early, you can ride it the whole game, as that second one is in.
Absolutely, Bizjack trying to get a lot of momentum here early and really use it to Butler's advantage.
It's Degenhart, 20 on the shot clock at the left wing. He'll attack to the right side, up, he's fouled, and to the line for 2. Believe that was on Pierre Brooks inside. And that ability for Degenhart to catch, jab step, and attack the lane, he can really do it all.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed that this Boise State team excels at is finishing. And we've seen it from Meadow, and we see it from Degenhart, but their ability to just know, which side of the ball the defensive player is coming at and be able to quickly shift to the other hand. They've really excelled at that tonight.
First one for Degenhart is up and in. He's up to 13. The leading scorer on this Broncos team that was on the bubble for the majority of the year. Had an opportunity to make the tournament, but did not succeed enough in that Mountain West tournament as the second one is in. Degenhart will sub out. In for Boise State is Javen Buchanan.
You got to think likely if Boise State wins that Mountain West Conference Championship, they probably would have been in the NCAA tournament.
19 on the shot clock. The other way is Butler. Cycling it around the outside, attacking is Pierre Brooks with the left.
Yeah, Pierre's going to need a lot more of those. Really nice baseline drive and finish at the rim.
Buchanan, entry pass, back outside Buchanan. Left wing 3 is long, rebound Brooks. 56-49, Butler in striking distance. Brooks the other way, crossing over to the right and in. Pierre Brooks getting going, defense to offense. The deficit cut to 5.
Butler 4 of their last 4. Pierre's got 2 of those.
And it's a travel. Boise State the other way. Carmichael shuffled his feet. And all the momentum now, Adam, with Butler.
And this is the exact point of the game in which Butler, if they want to win, they're going to need to take over right here.
They're going to put the ball in Finley Bizjack's hands, who's been the star for the Bulldogs. Entry pass McCaffrey at the top of the key. Now to the left, Pierre Brooks. He'll fire. Short. Rebound Carmichael. Boise State will push.
Yeah, I think Brooks wanted that just a little too much. He saw the momentum, made 2 straight buckets.
Cardenas inside to Javen Buchanan with the left hand. His ability to finish through contact is shown all night long. Lead is at 7, just over 16 minutes to play. Bizjack, top of the key, down the lane, right hand fouled, and he'll head back to the free throw line, not at the media timeout just yet. 16:03 to go with 15 on the shot clock. Bizjack will have an opportunity for points 17 and 18.
Yeah, and credit to Bizjack for trying to finish at the rim there. You saw him drive in, look up at Egbo, saw he was coming towards him, and said, you know what, I'm still going to go at the rim. And Egbo comes in and fouls him. Bizjack now at the line of 2.
First one for Bizjack is in. Substitutions.
Back for the Bulldogs, Kobe King and Andre Screen.
Great sign for Bizjack to come alive in a game like this. Talked about him being streaky as that second one is in. 58-53, 16 minutes to go. Boise State leads. Buchanan across your timeline, now to Cardenas, left wing, handoff to Meadow. Now to the top, cycling it around. Back to the right wing, and it's in. Javen Buchanan stretching it out beyond long distance. He hits a 3. The other way is Butler quickly. Skip past Pierre Brooks, corner 3, short. Rebound Boise State. They've got numbers. Dump off, Meadow, contact fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line at our under 16 media timeout. Boise State, they're keeping that lead right around 8 all night long. It's 61-53 Broncos. We'll be back here on Blaze Sports YouTube right after this.
Nah, I'm hearing what you're saying, but like, what's your take though? Yeah, he's cool, but Heisman? That team don't got nobody on there who could shoot any type of threes. I'm supposed to believe they're a playoff team? You're not answering the question. The question is, who is the better football team right now? Hey, I like that take right there. There's no midfielder as naturally talented as him in the last 20 years. Tune in to Let's Talk Takes every week, hosted by me, Devin Henderson, where I bring in different guests each week and we debate the most pressing topics in a variety of sports. I'm talking NFL, NBA, college basketball, college football. We even gonna talk about some soccer. Tune in every week, Wednesday, 4 to 5 p.m. right here on BlazeRadioOnline.com.
If you're a tennis fan and want to take a little break from your day, I'm serving up a show for you. This is your host, Pratham Valluri, bringing you Match Point, your weekly tennis content. I'll cover ongoing tournaments, go over the latest news, analyze players and matches, and replay the previous week's biggest moments. Be sure to tune in to Match Point every Wednesday from 3 to 3:30 p.m. on Blaze Radio.
All aboard the Northeast Corridor. I'm Preston Rabb.
And I'm AJ Gonzalez. Sit back and relax as we take you on a 30-minute adventure giving you all the updates from the Northeast.
From sports to politics to the biggest trends.
We got you.
Be sure to listen on BlazeRadioOnline.com. What days are we on, AJ?
Every Tuesday.
That's right. So listen in.
We'll know if you don't listen.
Don't miss out on the hottest growing show on Blaze.
Tune in every Tuesday night only on Blaze Radio for the Northeast Corridor.
7 seconds to go. Three-pointer. Legends! Double order!
Want to stay wrapped up in the madness of March all year round? Tune into Onions on Blaze Radio from 7 to 8 p.m., hosted by Luke Lendler and Christian Jarmark, where we break down everything in college basketball, from the biggest players, the biggest games, and the biggest moments, to the small schools making the Cinderella runs that you won't want to miss. Tune in Monday, 7 to 8 on Blaze Radio.
Yo, flex on them.
Hey everyone, we're Liv and Maddie.
And this is our specialty show, Out of Tune, on Blaze Radio.
Tune in on Mondays at 3 p.m. to hear us talk about our favorite music.
We talk about our favorite bands, songs, and new releases.
And we even go to cover festivals and concerts.
Yes, tune in Mondays at 3 p.m. and follow our Instagram, outoftune.blazeradio.
Or you're not cool.
Bye!
Hey everyone, it's Alex Swift from Park the Bus.
And as we say now in my country, they brought the bus and they left the bus in front of the goal.
If you want to stay updated with the world of soccer or hear 3 Arsenal fans tell you why we're better than
Back here inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena, where the Boise State Broncos lead 61-53, 15:24 to go in the second half. Aiden O'Neill alongside my partner, Adam Beadle. And Adam, it's felt like there's been a variety of moments tonight where Butler's climbed back in the game, but Boise State has held them at bay. They've maintained a 5 to 8 point lead, and as we sit, they're still in control.
Yeah, you know what? I think this is the most important game, part of the game for Butler. Boise State right now 4 of their last 5, but we've seen Butler kind of build some offensive momentum. Pierre Brooks made a couple of shots. He got the fall. Bizjack, his ability to get to the line, and Boise State shooting free throws now. But I think this next 5 minutes will really tell a lot about what the outcome's going to be for Butler here in this one.
Before we went to break, Andrew Meadow was fouled. He knocks down the first free throw. Second one up and in. Boise State's lead back up to 10. Butler searching for sustained success. It's Landon Moore on the left wing. Looking for a teammate. He'll dribble to his right, 15 on the shot clock. Dribble handoff to Colby King. Bounce it outside, hesitation, down the lane, lays it up. It's blocked off the glass, a goaltend. And that was Emmanuel Ugbo in there with the opportunity to swat it, but got there just a bit too late. It's Cardenas, ball pressure by Colby King. He gets past the timeline, he'll pass it to Buchanan. Ugbo cycled. Buchanan again, now to Meadow. Good ball movement from Boise State. 10 on the shot clock, gotta work quickly. Corner is Meadow. Handoff Cardenas, 5 on the shot clock. It's gonna be a last second grenade. Who's gonna shoot it? And a backcourt violation, no, a double dribble. A hectic possession from Boise State. Julian Bowie was the final one with the ball. Tried to rush a shot and he double dribbled.
Yeah, it actually did look like from our point of view that it was a backcourt violation, but got called for the double dribble. But just a bit of a mess of a possession for Boise State. Couldn't find an open man, and they were having troubles moving the ball around the other side of the perimeter, the right side of the perimeter. And like I said, this is the point where Butler needs to really take advantage here.
Looking to stay attached, that will be the question. Entry pass, a foul. It was McCaffrey to Andre's screen. And looking over at that Boise State sideline, Adam, it is Leon Rice with both hands on his head. Been frustrated with the officials, especially in the second half.
Yeah, Boise not getting a lot of calls to go their way. Already their 3rd foul here. We didn't see a lot of fouls in the first half, only 10 total. And 6 already between these two teams, only 5 minutes through.
Andre Screen at the free throw line, the big man. His first one is long off back iron and out. Substitution now is number 5, RJ Keene the second will check in for Boise State. Cardenas and Ugbo will exit. Screen readies, second free throw up, long again. 0 for 2 at the line, especially already down 8, cannot happen. They work quickly the other way. Meadow attacking baseline and a blocking foul on Screen. Now a frustrated Thad Mata. The officials can't do anything right.
Yeah, I'm with Mata on this one. Meadow came right in and drived on Screen, and Screen just kind of stood there and absorbed that hit, but foul being called on Screen.
You got to find some newfound motivation in an arena tonight that is filled with probably 250 total people. Both of these teams used to playing in big environments. As that corner 3 cycled around, and RJ Keene, the second newly entered shooter, immediately makes an impact. Quickly working the other way, Colby King, right hand, that won't fall. Rebound Boise State, a chance to pull away. Buchanan, downhill, left hand, foul, and almost finished the and one as he'll head to the line for 2. Boise State leads 66-55.
Yeah, Butler doing a good job staying out of serious foul trouble. Screen just picked up his second. But what you don't want to do is give up fouls like this, where Boise State gets free shots at the line. The Broncos now close to their largest lead of the game.
First free throw off back iron and out. Javon Buchanan, he's appeared in 28 games this year, started in 12, 5.6 points a game. And he leads the team in field goal percentage. That's apparent tonight with how much success he's had inside as that second free throw rims out. Both teams, that's 2 consecutive trips to the line where they go 0 for 2. Uncharacteristic. Bizjack, 20 on the shot clock, left wing for Butler. He'll go to the top, cycled around to King. King back to Bizjack, pump fake, fly by, top of the key, 3, off to the left. Rebound Boise State.
A good look there by Bizjack. Couldn't get it to fall, but right idea.
It's Buchanan. Backing down, using that post game. Fading, right hand is perfect.
I mean, Buchanan's just a guy that's a 3-level scorer, and I think it's so evident, the field goal percentage, the way he's able to drive inside or take shots from the perimeter. He just gets things done.
It's Bizjack for Butler on the left wing. Double team comes, he'll shake it off. Still probing around that perimeter. 10 on the shot clock, gotta work quickly. Down the lane, right hand up and in. Through contact, Dagenhart in on the coverage, but he still finished through it. Boise State leads 68-57, 12:30 to go in the second half. And Boise State on pace right now for 100. Butler needs a stop desperately. It's Keene to Dagenhart. Now it's gonna be a pull, long range 3 off back iron, rebound, Butler. Looking to get up and down. Colby King left wing. To the top, firing, no hesitation, off to the right. Rebound screen, deflected off of Boise State. It will stay with the Bulldogs. And a substitution now for the Broncos. You don't want to get ahead of yourself, but still, only 12 minutes left. Down 11 now. Butler's got to play perfect basketball to really climb back in with how good the Broncos have been.
Yeah, both teams have really played with the same intensity throughout this game. They've both started out hot, and they've both cooled down the exact same amount throughout this one.
Bizjack inside of Bowden. Kapke through contact and 1. This is another one of those moments when you think Boise State is pulling away. Butler pulls them right back in. It's Kapke. The foul appeared to be on the floor. The official calls it an and 1. And we will head to the under 12 media timeout. Still, Broncos in control. They lead by 9. A long way to go here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena here on Blaze Sports YouTube. We'll be back right after this.
Score! It's snuck through. Sam Murphy breaks the ice.
From big moments and big games.
Score! There's the hat trick for Sydney Poston!
To breaking news and interviews.
Use one word to describe your feelings right now.
Ecstatic, honestly.
It's all covered here at 8:30 every Friday morning by team reporter Chase Beardsley and play-by-play announcer Trey Matthews as the WWCHL champions look to defend their title. So make sure to tune in to hear what we're talking about.
Do you ever look at someone and wonder,
why do you root for that sorry excuse for a sports team?
Join Parker Perrell and a weekly guest as they discuss why people root for certain sports teams. Because we all have that one friend who likes to be difficult and picks a team to root for like the Dodgers. I mean, come on, it's the Dodgers. Anyways, make sure to tune in every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Arizona time on BlazeRadioOnline.com to find out
why them.
You Throw Like a Girl,
a show by girls for everyone.
Hosted by Madison Holder
and Ella Walter-Sanchez. We aim to shed light on women in sports and media, highlighting every aspect of the sports world from the female perspective and beyond.
Tune in for a variety of episodes featuring guests, Q&As, and just basic sports coverage.
Tune in Thursdays at 10 a.m. on BlazeRadioOnline.com every week to hear our show.
Follow us on Instagram at youthrowlikeagirl.pod to find us on more platforms.
Viva Las Vegas. MGM Grand, Garden Arena, 68-59. The Boise State Broncos lead. We're happy to be here. Blaze Sports YouTube. Aiden O'Neill alongside Adam Beadle.
I feel like I gotta hear you sing some Elvis at some point this weekend.
I think we could throw in a little nugget here and there, maybe a song lyric that would fit. I'll make sure to add that tonight to the prep. I like that idea. At the free throw line now is Kapke. He'll knock down the end one.
How much can we incorporate Elvis into this week's Blaze broadcast? That's the challenge.
It's similar to when teammates ask their other teammates to go up to the presser and incorporate a word in each post-game press conference. We'll do the same. Dump off inside. Degenhart will score.
Fantastic backdoor pass by Buchanan there. Degenhart, right place at the right time.
From Boise State, they're keeping that lead right around 10. Now it's Butler, right wing three, Bizjack, short to the right, rebound Carmichael. Boise State will push Cardenas. Crossover through the legs, dump inside Degenhart. High-low action is perfect. Beautiful offense. Devon Buchanan with the deuce. 4 straight points out of the timeout for Boise State.
You said it earlier, just when Butler seems to be coming back, Boise State has an answer every single time, and they have really dominated here within the last 3 minutes.
It's Bowden Kapke. Dump off to Colby King. Back outside, Kapke, top of the key. Off back iron, deflected. Whose ball? It's Boise State. And the officials will maybe come together and change it. They'll actually stick with Broncos ball and upset Thad Matta there on the sideline.
Yeah, Evan Haywood was bewildered by that call.
Broncos get the ball back. Under 11 minutes left here in this matchup. Jump inside, it's Keene. Keene looking for a teammate to Buchanan now. Back outside, right wing Keene. That's long. Rebound Buchanan. The activity on the offensive glass giving Boise State a second chance point. Drive, step back midi is pure. Javon Buchanan. He's been a star here tonight. That's 21 now for him.
This is why this guy won the Mountain West Conference Sixth Man of the Year. And he got the opportunity to start here tonight. And he is really taking advantage of it because he is capable of doing some special things and really one of the most underrated players in the Mountain West this season.
Being able to have that spark plug off the bench is why this team is so good offensively. Buchanan has been on fire. McCaffrey, left wing three is in. And when Patrick McCaffrey's open, he knocks it down. Both teams working very quickly. Degenhart, left wing, dump off Buchanan, up and under, he's fouled. And back to the free throw line. Dominating this game right now on all facets is Buchanan. He's been terrific.
It looked like Buchanan wanted to meet someone at the rim there for a second. The last second, decided to reverse lay that one up and didn't fall. But once again, great effort here tonight from Buchanan.
Ultimately, I think a wise decision from him is that first free throw is nothing but nylon. 75-63. Boise State leads as Cardenas will exit. Had some great minutes tonight. The depth of Boise State in full effect. Under 10 minutes, 9:59 to go. Second free throw is in. And that ability to be phenomenal from the charity stripe, Boise State continues to do. 12 of 14, 86% from there. It's Bizjack. And an offensive foul. He passed it to Patrick McCaffrey on the left wing. And it looked like an illegal screen from Butler. The big man in Kapke did not come set, and that's a costly turnover. Butler will call a timeout to recollect. Boise State leads 76-63, dominating throughout the duration of this one. We'll be back on Blaze Sports YouTube right after this. Back here in Las Vegas, Boise State with a 76-63 lead over Butler. Game 1 of the quarterfinals here at the first inaugural Crown Invitational. Aiden O'Neill alongside Adam Beadle. 9:45 to go. Boise State with the ball. Inbound to the Broncos is Julian Bowie on the right wing. Now 20 on the shot clock. He'll take the screen from Dagnart, dump it off. Now to Buchanan. Buchanan looking for a handoff. He'll keep it himself. 10 seconds. Crossover between the lane. Now on the left block. Through the chest of McCaffrey to the left hand. It's long, but a rebound. Second chance for Boise State. Top of the key, Carmichael. That one's good. Boise State knocks down the three. The lead is up to 16.
Largest lead of the game for Boise State. They're really starting to pull away, and some great ball movement offensively has been key to that.
The other way we go, it's Bizjack. Through the chest of Keene, flips it up. A lot of contact. It's a foul. And Bizjack tonight, Adam, has had that knack for getting to the free throw line. He's back there once more.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of funny because he started the game shooting super well from the perimeter, and now he's like, all right, let's try to work it inside a bit, and maybe that's the game plan, right? We talked about it at halftime. Boise State adjusted defensively to guarding that perimeter and preventing Bizjack from getting those shots from outside, and now Bizjack's showing off the other key element of his game, driving inside, and he may not be finishing at the rim, but he's getting to the free throw line.
That first free throw rattled in for Bizjack. Second one, up and in. 22 points now for Finley Bizjack, the star for the Bulldogs tonight. 79-65, Boise State ball. Dagnart, handoff to Keene. They cycle it around to Carmichael. 15 on the shot clock, right wing. Entry pass, Buchanan with the hammer. Boise State showcasing that illustrious ball movement. A wide open 2 underneath.
Buchanan's 10 of 12 from the field tonight. Most of those shots are coming from underneath easy lay-ins, but still shows a testament to just how good of a player he is.
It's more to McCaffrey. Pump fake now to King. He'll get the flyby. Back to McCaffrey at the top. It rattles out. Rebound Butler, but he loses it out of bounds. That was Kapke who couldn't handle it. It's Boise State ball. And we're nearing that moment. Boise State up 16. That deficit for Butler will become insurmountable unless they start crawling back quickly.
Yeah, and you can kind of tell that Leon Bryce is making sure his team is keeping the intensity up, and with the lead that they have, making sure that they pull away with this one.
Dagnart to Carmichael, evading the defender. Carmichael uses the ball screen, right wing, 8 on the shot clock. Dagnart cycle around to Bowie from the left wing. It's long. Foul on Boise State underneath. We're going the other way. Butler ball.
Yeah, RJ Kane came flying in there and tried to get a hand on it, but called for the foul. But nonetheless, some great intensity here from Boise State as we're just under 10 minutes through the second half.
Under 8 media timeout is here. We're still here in Las Vegas, 81-65. We'll be back right after this for the final 8 minutes of hoops.
Welcome to 4 on 4, where we have 4 experts on the 4 major sports. Join Sammy New, Dylan Wickman, Justin DeHaas, and Sean Brennan on Blaze Radio as they break down an exciting semester of sports that includes the playoff push for NBA and AHL, the start of baseball season, all of March Madness, and so much more. At the end of the day, we're just 4 roommates that love to talk about sports. So join the conversation. Listen live on blazeradioonline.com every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Arizona time. Or, if you missed us, check us out on Spotify, where you can hear all of our shows.
Hi, I'm Landon.
And I'm Bella.
And welcome to Album Splain.
Every week we'll be dissecting and discussing one of our favorite albums.
From No Doubt to Claro, tune in to hear us chat about our favorite thing, music. Tune in on Thursdays at 11 a.m. on Blaze Radio Online.
Or listen on your favorite podcast streaming service.
See you soon.
See ya!
Sitting in traffic, bored of listening to the same artist on repeat? Tune in to Alternative Route instead. the music show on Blaze Radio that talks about a Latin artist or band every week that is making music in the indie and or alternative rock genres. Join DJ Mavette for the second season of Alternative Route as she breaks down these artists' innovations and analyzes their songs in order to understand their craft better. Take the Alternative Route every Tuesday from 3 to 3:30 p.m. live on Blaze Radio and blazeradioonline.com.
Hello, friends. Is golf your groove? Then boy, do we have a show for you. Join Peter Bishop, Ian Lonergan, and Owen Castle every Sunday from 1 to 2 p.m. on blazeradioonline.com for your latest golf news.
It's time for the Beatdown on Blaze Radio from 2 to 2:30 p.m. on Wednesday afternoons. Seth Golefsky and Willem Marietta take a deep dive into the ever-changing landscape of the UFC. We are talking tactics, breaking down the biggest fights, and giving you the scoop on what's next in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Whether you are a diehard fan or new to the fight game, we've got something for you, only on the Beatdown on Blaze Radio.
Are you wondering what's going on in pop music today? Tune in to Blaze Radio every Friday from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for our specialty show, Behind the Beat. Listen to me, AJ Shinko, and my co-star Catherine Wong dissect the meaning behind.
Bizjack back to the free throw line just before the media timeout. He was fouled on a drive to his right. He's looking for points 23 and 24. Boise State an 81-65 lead. 7:45 to go here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Boise State well on their way to victory. They opened up this tournament with a 30-point win over George Washington. It's been more of the same tonight. They look like one of the biggest threats to win this tournament.
Absolutely, and when you've got a team that has such continuity that they did, and arguably Boise State is the one team in this tournament that made it the farthest in their conference bracket. So no surprise here to see that they're doing well, and they are definitely going to be hunted by a lot of teams here in this tournament.
First free throw from Bizjack is good, and that second one is also pure.
Should also mention that Boise State is doing this without their backup center from this season. Dylan Anderson, who actually went to Perry High School in Gilbert, Arizona, entered the transfer portal. Still Boise State having no problems getting things done.
Boise State with the ball. Top of the key is Dagenard. Around the pick now is Keene. This ball movement, 4 or 5 guys touching the ball every possession. Swatted away. Buchanan underneath. He recovers and lays it in. Javen Buchanan, have yourself a night. 27.
Landon Moore tried to throw that ball off of Buchanan so it would go out of bounds. Buchanan caught it and was able to put a shot up. I think that's a little bit of teasing there.
As Moore the other way will flip it up, left hand and one. And Butler looking him out. A late comeback after that and one from Landon Moore. Still down 14, his first 2 points of the night. And he'll now head to the free throw line with a potential and one. That one rattles in. 7:02 to play, Boise State up 13. Buchanan now with 27 on a whopping 11 of 13 from the field. Press is on for Butler. Inbound Buchanan, Cardenas, got to get across the timeline, got to work quickly, and he finally does. That was close to a 10-second violation. Handoff Keene, 15 on the shot clock now. Cardenas gets it back at the top, and a hand check will be called. It's a foul on one of the Butler guards. Still waiting to see who it's on, but Boise State is in the bonus. That's a poor foul at this stage of the game. Cardenas heads to the line for 1-and-1s.
Looks like that foul is on Colby King. It's his first.
Cardenas, his first free throw is in. He'll get another one. And the efficiency from Boise State is jumping off the page. All of their starters in double figures are shooting over 60% from the field. They're 62% as a team. And second free throw for Cardenas, whistles the twine, and now it's Butler, 6:40 to play. They need threes in bunches. Bizjack to Colby King. 15 on the shot clock, 6:30 to go, 15-point Boise State lead. Left wing, it's Brooks, who's been quiet. Double team comes, he passes out of it, cycle around, Bizjack, corner three is pure.
It's one of the better offensive possessions from Butler this half. Nice ball movement, Bizjack, that's really the first open look he's had from the perimeter since the beginning of the first half. And he's gonna need a couple more of those if Butler was to crawl back into this one.
They still show that press, but Boise State beats it. Now to Buchanan, who's been the star. Back to the basket, he'll pass to Keene, now at the top. Degenhart, 8 on the shot clock. He'll pull a three, they go under the screen and he hits it. That could be the dagger. Degenhart knocks it home, a 15-point lead once more. To the left wing is Butler. Looking to get that ball in the hoop as quick as possible. Kapke, now to Moore. Moore, well beyond the three-point arc. He'll drive to his right hand underneath, flip it up and one.
Excellent job by Moore to draw the foul. Buchanan was a bit shocked, but Moore drove in and saw that Buchanan was putting his arms up and made the right play.
That's a crafty offensive move. You get Buchanan's perspective, though, because he was just in the paint straight up and drawed that contact, lunging himself into the defender. Veteran move, three-point play is good. And you look up at that scoreboard, now only down 12, 5:19. They keep the press on. Inbound Cardenas. Pressured by King, and he'll hand check and be called for a foul, and that Butler bench is in disbelief. And the ref is telling the bench no more. Thad Mata, the head coach, at the forefront of the disbelief. To the free throw line will be Cardenas, who just knocked down 2 free throws a few moments ago. 5:15 to play in regulation. Cardenas' first is up and in. Both teams have been good from that free throw line. Butler's improved a ton from that first half, now sitting at 85%. And Boise State is at 88% from the charity stripe. That first one is short. Now they're going to push the other way. The second free throw, excuse me. The signature broadcaster's jinx when you talk about a team doing good. Butler's got to work fast. It's Brooks at the top. A foul underneath. Foul on Javen Buchanan. And that didn't feel like a ton of contact. The refs have kind of changed their MO as we've gotten into the final moments of the game. Become a lot more ticky-tack calling those hand checks.
Yeah, they weren't too harsh with calling fouls in the first half, but this second half they've really kept their eye on contact a lot more. I think that it's thrown off both of the coaches a little bit just to see the shift. You can see kind of the disbelief from each of them after they're called, but again, you got to take advantage when you're at the line, and both teams have here tonight.
Both free throws missed from Kapke. And they're leaving a lot of line at that charity stripe. Especially at this stage of the game, cannot happen. Cardenas, right wing, around the screen. Pump fake, he airballed. Rebound Ugbo, and he threw it out of bounds. Butler ball. There's still some life for the Bulldogs. They've made 3 of their last 3 field goals. Boise State needs a stop.
I'm just putting this stat out there because Butler's 4 points away from 80, but Butler is 10-0 this season when scoring 80 points or more.
That's something to watch out for as they knock down the three. It's Evan Haywood from downtown. He's up to 14. And they're right near that 80-point mark, Adam. It's 89-79.
And these Butler fans are starting to feel that Butler could be coming back into this one. They're getting a little loud. You hear the defense chants.
Meadow for Boise State will pull from the right wing, and he was fouled. Pierre Brooks crashes into the legs of Andrew Meadow, and at this stage of the game, Adam, you can't foul a jump shooter.
Yeah, and especially for a guy like Pierre Brooks who just hasn't had the ideal game you wanted to have this late. That's not a foul you want to be making. And again, these 3-point fouls are kind of questionable at times because guys are just going up trying to block, but really got to be careful.
So Meadow to the free throw line. He'll miss wide right. 89-79. Second free throw for Meadow, up and in. He'll get one more.
I think Boise State's going to get to 100 in this one.
And that offensive firepower, they have really rallied throughout the back end of this season. Talked about their offense being modern. They score a ton of points. Remind me of an Alabama on a smaller scale, as he goes 1 of 3 from the line, under 4 minutes. Butler down 11.
You got to remember, too, for Boise State, I mean, Buchanan didn't even start tonight. He's got 27 off the bench.
That depth in full effect. McCaffrey, kick out Bizjack from way downtown, and he hit it. What's the foul call? There was a whistle underneath. Is the basket good?
The basket is good. I just saw the referee signal.
And oh my word, what a pull from Bizjack. He shot that from the Crown logo just beyond the MGM Grand Garden Arena signage.
So it looks like foul's going to count, or excuse me, bucket is going to count. The foul is on Kapke, so that's Kapke's 4th. So now Butler got to be a little bit cautious with their big man inside.
We could have a classic brewing. For a moment, it felt like the Broncos had this one wrapped up. But the Bulldogs have late life. 90-82, Boise State leads, 3:45 to go. We'll be back for the final roller coaster right after this.
No midfielder as naturally talented as him in the last 20 years. Tune in to Let's Talk Takes every week, hosted by me, Devin Henderson, where I bring in different guests each week and we debate the most pressing topics in a variety of sports. I'm talking NFL, NBA, college basketball, college football. We even gonna talk about some soccer. Tune in every week, Wednesday, 4 to 5 p.m. right here on BlazeRadioOnline.com.
If you're a tennis fan and want to take a little break from your day, I'm serving up a show for you. This is your host, Pratham Valluri, bringing you Match Point, your weekly tennis content. I'll cover ongoing tournaments, go over the latest news, analyze players and matches, and replay the previous week's biggest moments. Be sure to tune in to Match Point every Wednesday from 3 to 3:30 p.m. on Blaze Radio.
All aboard the Northeast Corridor. I'm Preston Rabb.
And I'm AJ Gonzalez. Sit back and relax as we take you on a 30-minute adventure giving you all the updates from the Northeast.
From sports to politics to the biggest trends.
We got you.
Be sure to listen on BlazeRadioOnline.com. What days are we on, AJ?
Every Tuesday.
That's right. So listen in.
We'll know if you don't listen.
Don't miss out on the hottest growing show on Blaze.
Tune in every Tuesday night only on Blaze Radio for the Northeast Corridor.
7 seconds to go. Three-pointer. Oh! Onions! Double order!
Want to stay wrapped up in the madness of March all year round? Tune into Onions on Blaze Radio from 7 to 8 p.m., hosted by Luke Lundler and Christian Jarmark, where we break down everything in college basketball, from the biggest players, the biggest games, and the biggest moments, to the small schools making the Cinderella runs that you won't want to miss. Tune in Monday, 7 to 8 on Blaze Radio.
Yo, flex on them.
Hey everyone, we're Liv and Maddie.
And this is our specialty show, Out of Tune, on Blaze Radio.
Tune in on Mondays at 3 p.m. to hear us talk about our favorite music.
We talk about our favorite bands, songs, and new releases.
And we even go to cover festivals and concerts.
Yes, tune in Mondays at 3 p.m. and follow our Instagram, outoftune.blazeradio.
Or you're not cool. Bye!
Hey everyone, it's Alex Swift from Park the Bus.
And as we say now in my country,
the final 4 minutes. 90-82, Boise State leads, but still so much to be decided. We thought we were done. Thought that the Broncos had it all wrapped up, but no. The Bulldogs came out of nowhere to make this a game. Aiden O'Neill alongside Adam Beadle, 3:45 to play. And Adam, that shot to go into the media timeout from Bizjack. Oh my word, way downtown.
I mean, Bizjack is just killing it. We were talking about it during the break. 6 of 9 from beyond the arc, perfect from the charity strike, 8 for 12 shooting. This Butler team this season is 36.6% from beyond the arc. And tonight, they're shooting a lights-out 43.3. That has been the difference for them and why they have stayed in this game for as long as they have. And final stretch here, like I mentioned this earlier, Butler 10-0 this season when scoring 80 or more points. And this game is going to go way above 100, possibly for both teams. For Boise State, for sure.
As Cardenas will knock down the first. Second free throw, up and in. He's been terrific from the free throw line now. 5 of 6, 19 points in total. Who else but Bizjack with the ball? He'll take a screen, looking for a teammate. He'll find Haywood across the pick. Dish to Kapke for 3. It's off back iron, and every miss feels like Butler's getting close to that loss. They gotta play perfect.
It was a miss, but if I'm Coach Mata, that's a shot I want my player taking. Wide open look from beyond the arc. Just couldn't get it to fall.
Dagenhart to Meadow, between the legs. Step back 3 is in. Meadow knocks it home. 95-82 is Boise State with the lead. The other way, Bizjack to Pierre Brooks. Right hand through contact.
And there's the man who made it all happen on Monday for Butler as they got that come from behind win over Utah. The Bulldogs, 6 of their last 7. They're seeing this one to the end.
Ugbo, 2:30 to go. And will Butler think about fouling will be the question. Time running out. Cardenas with the floater from 10 feet. Rebound Butler. They'll push the other way. Haywood with the ball. Trailing Kapke gets it. It's McCaffrey left wing. Drive and hammers it in. Oh my! McCaffrey with the dunk.
McCaffrey comes soaring in down the baseline and threw that one down emphatically. That was a big bucket for Butler.
2 minutes to go. Cardenas right at that crown logo with the ball for the Broncos. Through his legs, now to the left wing. Still maintaining possession, just milking clock. 5 seconds, dump into Dagenhart. Out to Keene the second, it's long. Rebound Boise State.
That's a big offensive board there by the Broncos.
They gotta bring the double team and foul now. Cardenas runs away from everyone. Meadows got the deuce. Could that be it? It's Meadow, a backdoor cut right down the lane. And Boise State has an 11-point lead with 1:30 to go.
Just beautiful. I mean, that's the perfect way to sum up that bucket. Reverse lay-in, down the baseline. You don't get much better basketball action than that.
Boise State well on their way, nearing that century mark. 97 points tonight. They lead by 11. Timeout on the floor from Butler, 1:34 to go. We'll be home for the stretch run right after this, but instead, shorter media timeout than normal, Adam. We're right back on the floor.
Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Get back to the action quicker. Another thing to point out, Javon Buchanan checking back out on the floor. He's got 3 fouls. They sat him for a while, probably to rest him for this last minute and 34. But if I'm Boise State, I'm going out there saying, how much can we get Buchanan the ball and try to get him to score? But it all depends on what Butler can do offensively here. This is a big possession.
Gotta imagine Buchanan is thinking about that 30-burger in his head. 3 points away. Dump off Kapke. He almost missed the dunk, lost it on the way up, but it trickles in. 1:20, inbound Boise State. It's Degenhart across midcourt, and Butler's got a foul. They finally bring the double team, wasting too much time. Degenhart loses it off his foot. That's a backcourt violation. They don't get it right. No one called the jump, and now the ref blows a whistle. Who's foul? There was no deflection in the front court. It went simply off of Degenhart, all on his own power.
Wow. That foul's on Kapke. That's his 5th. He's done.
Oh, gosh, and that's just got to be frustrating if you're Butler. It appeared from our vantage point, Adam, like a backcourt violation off of Degenhart's leg, but no one did collect possession. That would be more than likely what the ref's explanation would be.
So I think here's what the new rule they're experimenting with here in the Crown Tournament. Head coach Todd Mata appears to be challenging the call on the floor. A new rule here. Teams can choose to challenge. But if they do not get a successful challenge, they lose their timeout. Players are coming back out on the floor, so.
It looked like for a moment that you were absolutely correct that Todd Mata was going to challenge it, but he digresses from that conversation with the sideline referee.
I think he definitely was questioning what exactly was called. Because you mentioned that backcourt violation.
As Keene is now at the line and knocks down his first. And it's now all but over for Butler. Down 10 with a minute. Second free throw is missed. They got to work quickly, and instead they lose it out of bounds. A miscommunication, same team going for the rebound. It's McCaffrey and Haywood colliding, and the ball falls out of bounds. Boise State ball.
Yeah, just end of the game. Probably the last thing you need. You just can't get it to go your way, and that's really been the story of this one. Every time Butler has seen something slightly positive, something negative has happened, whether Boise State coming back, fouls happening.
It's Degenhart. Dribbles inside, pump faking in. That's the dagger. Boise State, 100 points tonight. They lead by 12. It's King with the left hand and one. And Butler looking for a college basketball miracle. We're not in March any longer, April 2nd, but still, drama could concur. King, three-point play is in. 40.5, 10 seconds separating shot clock and game clock. Buchanan trying to inbound it. He finally gets it into Cardenas. Double team comes. He'll pass to Meadow. Meadow across half court. Now Butler's got a foul. They bring the double. Nobody fouling Cardenas. Yeah, Cardenas still with the ball. And this game's over. Dump off like inside Degenhart. And they're going to hold it out. Boise State, after a heartbreaking loss in the Mountain West tournament, is on their way. Degenhart, why not for three, off to the left. Will Butler try to score? 8 on the shot clock. McCaffrey, they will. It's a deuce down the lane. Inbound Degenhart. Clock will go to double zeros. And this game is over. Boise State lost to Colorado State in the Mountain West tournament. You thought that would bring an end to their season? No. They're back in the Crown, and they are balling. On to the semifinal. 100-93, your final here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. And Adam, this was a game filled with offense. Both teams shot over 55% from the field. It was terrific to watch if you're a modern basketball fan.
Yeah, absolutely. Because We've got a final score that's 193. Most people might call it a shootout, and that's exactly what tonight was. But one player in particular for Boise State, Javon Buchanan, what a game. 27 points, 11 for 13 from the field. Only one three-pointer of that 27, and so he had himself a night, and he is definitely a guy Boise State's going to need to continue to roll as they look to potentially win another game, advance to the championship. They'll face the winner of Nebraska and Georgetown.
He was doing it all, 11 of 13 from the field. Degenhart, he had 21, the star for Boise State. Cardenas had 19. And on Butler's side, their season has come to an end, but it's been a season in a Big East that's extremely difficult, where they've exceeded expectations. They're trending in the right direction, and the star tonight, none other than Finley Bizjack. Finley, 30 points, 8 of 12. Was terrific, 6 of 9 from 3. And although Butler's season comes to an end, a lot of positives in that department. For Adam Beadle, Eden Blank, our producer, I'm Aiden O'Neill, signing off from MGM Grand Garden Arena. We still got one more, though. Don't go anywhere. Stay on the Blaze Sports YouTube. Nebraska, Georgetown, coming up at 6:30-ish. We'll see when they officially start. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a great rest of your night, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a few moments.